story.
They went on a wonderful cruise or something.
Nice.
Well, on the Money Watch this morning, what are your biggest fears?
Yeah, could you actually be scared of making money? A new survey found that when they asked people about their biggest fears, these are them. 49% of people surveyed said heights are their biggest fear. 46% of people said death. And the next biggest fear, believe it or not, 37% terrified of investing in the stock market. Certified Financial Planner Joe Bert joins us this morning. Joe, let's start with this. A lot of people are scared. We know that. Let's start with the difference between saving and investing. Explain that for us.
Well, first of all, savings is for what you want to use the money for short term. 3 to 5 years. It's going to buy a car, maybe put the kid through college, put a down payment on a house. That's savings. Investing is really for the rest of your life, and it's that long-term goal. And generally for most people today, John, that's for your retirement.
Okay, let's talk about some of these fears. They said the 5 fears. First up, the big one. They say, I'm afraid of losing money. Yeah. What's your response there?
Well, first of all, it's because you put the money in, you fear there's going to be nothing there. And certainly if you have a short-term mentality, you're looking at it every day, and that's the mistake. And no, I understand that fear. I understand it very much, but you've got to overcome that fear to be a successful investor.
All right, next up here, they say, I don't have time to watch the market constantly. Again, you're not supposed to, right?
Well, first of all, most people don't belong in individual stocks. The best way to invest in stocks is through a mutual fund, because you're getting professional management, you're getting diversification. Jumping in and out of the market is a mistake that people make, and most people don't belong in trying to pick individual stocks. Right. Use a mutual fund.
All right, third one here of the 5 fears. People say, I barely have enough money to get by now, and the chance of losing more to some bad decision making doesn't appeal to me. I don't have enough money. What's your response to those folks?
Well, first of all, you have to force yourself, because if you're not saving for your financial future, John, when it comes time to retire, if the only thing you have is Social Security, it's going to be over. You've got to get your money to grow. You're not going to get your money to grow by putting in a savings account paying you 1%. You've got to get it to grow. You've got to be an owner. So the best way to own things is through stocks, but you don't want to own stocks individually. You want to own them through mutual funds to get that kind of growth. That's very, very important.
Can't wait to hear your response on this one. Next up, some people believe the chances that you're going to profit in the stock market are the same as scratching a lottery ticket. Very slim chances.
Well, people relate investing with gambling. The stock market is not a casino. The stock market is a way to own companies throughout the world. Own a little piece of those companies, get an opportunity to participate in the growth. It's not designed to sit in front of a computer and decide when to get in and when to get out of the market. Forget this market timing stuff that you hear about. Forget this day trading stuff, and forget all these things you see and hear about. Buy these newsletters, go online. I've got the secret. That's baloney. I can tell you it's baloney. What you want to do is invest in mutual funds, and the best way to do it is through your IRA or 401k.
And this one, I know a lot of people believe this. Full 1/3 believe the markets are rigged. But if they are, right, rising tide floats all boats. So, hey, if it's rigged, I want to be on part of that rigging.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with the movies that have come out and some of the news stories. And once again, trying to pick individual stocks is not the way to go. That's where you get burned. Once again, I'm a strong believer in mutual funds. You've heard me say this about 6 times this morning, John. That's the way for most people to be investing long term.
All right, Joe Bert. If people want to contact you, what's the best way?
Best way, just Google me, Joe Bert, B-E-R-T.
All right, get your questions answered.